Hi there, Michael DeShavi, eXp Realty, Brooklyn, New York. I wanted to do this video for real estate owners who are going to sell a piece of property and use a real estate agent to help them to do it. Next week, I'll do a video for real estate owners who want to sell property on their own without an agent. Well, certainly things they should know about. But for right now, this is for people who are going to sell and are going to hire an agent, just a matter of which one. A few things you need to know. The first one is beware the bargain basement realtor. Every once in a while, I come across a realtor who says, I'll sell your house for 1%. Well, the old expression, you get what you pay for, is an old expression because it's true. How much marketing, how much advertising, how much work do you think this person is going to put into your property? And moreover, there's not going to be much, if any, chance of other agents to show the property, because if he or she is only taking the listing for 1%, what could they possibly be offering another agent? I don't even know if in most MLSs if you can offer only 0.5% as a commission split. Doesn't make sense. The other thing that you need to watch out for in this situation is the real estate agent who comes to your house for the appointment and tells you everything that she or he offers, and when you ask what the fee is, they tell you, and then you say, well, I didn't want to pay that much, I wanted to pay only this much, will you do it? And that person says, yes, no problem. Well, you got a deal. Why should you care? Why is that a problem? Well, it's a problem because you're hiring this person to negotiate on your behalf to sell your property for the best price possible. If this person can't even negotiate for her or his own money, the commission, why on earth would you think that they'd be able to negotiate for your money? I mean, there's just no logic in that. So you don't want someone who's going to just give away part of their commission just because you asked, because they may be doing the same thing when they have to negotiate for you. Second thing, sharing is caring. When people sign a real estate listing agreement, they, of course, make sure the amount that's agreed upon for the commission is there and that that's accurate. But what they don't check a lot of times is the second line, which is how much the agent is willing to share with another agent who wants to bring a buyer. A share should be, it's only fair, 50-50. Both agents are needed to make the transaction happen. If I have the listing and another agent's bringing the buyer, well, I need that other agent and they need me. So we should be sharing the commission 50-50. Unfortunately, a lot of agents don't want to do that. It's unethical. It goes against professional standards in several organizations. And it's not advantageous to you as the seller, because what happens is people kind of know that they're not getting an equal shake and they don't want to bring their buyer to that property. For example, there's at least one or two, probably a lot more, realtors in my marketplace who I know of who will take a listing at 5%, but they only pay out 1% to the agent who brings the buyer. Well, if I'm an agent working with the buyer and I know that I'm only getting 1% and someone else with the house very similar is paying out, let's say, 2 or 3%, whose house do you think I'm going to push first? I mean, it's just human nature. And at the end of the day, as I said, not sharing out 50-50 is not playing fair. And I know I like to play fair, and I like to deal with people who play fair. And the last thing, The Price is Right is a TV show. What do I mean by that? I mean that on The Price is Right, people get to guess as to what the actual retail value is, and it's kind of fun. Pricing a home is not fun, and it's not guesswork. The real estate agent does their homework. She or he should have researched the property, found out what properties in the area similar to yours have sold for, and they present you with factual data. And that's what should be used to determine the price. Now, sometimes you may want to go a little higher, and that's okay. They say, hey, listen, let's try it. But if the agent just blindly agrees to whatever price you've said, that's a bad sign. Either they haven't done their homework, Or even worse, if they have done their homework and they still agree to a price that's significantly higher than what they've shown you, that could mean that they're just using your property as leverage. What do I mean by that? Quick example. So let's say I'm a listing agent and I come to your house and I've told you and I've shown you that your house today can sell for about $850,000, which in our marketplace is about average for a one family, maybe a little bit more. And you say to me, well, you know, I want to get 1.2 million for the house. That's the price that I want. And I say to you, okay, no problem. Let's try it. Let's list it. That's a bad sign, because that means that since I know there's no way you're going to get that amount of money for that house, that means that what I'm probably doing is I'm listing the property, getting myself a lot of exposure, maybe making sure that my sign is in front of your house. And every person who calls on your property, I now know, theoretically at least, that they're qualified to buy a $1.2 million property. So what I do is I take that buyer or that agent with the buyer and I show them another property that I have that is worth 1.2 million. So I've gotten this buyer from your property. You've got nothing out of it, but I got myself a nice buyer on a really nice house, and your house meanwhile just sits there with my sign, my information, giving me free advertising and giving you absolutely nothing. It happens more often than you think. So, what's the bottom line? Bottom line is there are many, thousands, if not tens of thousands, of honest, ethical, hardworking real estate agents out there. And the purpose of this video is that when you are ready to sell and you are looking to hire an agent, I want to make sure that you hire one of us, because we are out there. Michael DeShavi, eXp Realty, 718-207-3792. Have a great day.